and welcome. And again, Danny here, Danny Nedelko on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and also on Twitter. And today I have this message for all of us who are in network marketing or in any type of business about our vision, because there are different ways for us to actually get ahead in life. But personal development is a huge part of all of us in real life, even if you're a student or if you're owning a small business, a shop, if you're in network marketing, as I said, if you're a parent, or if you're just an individual that would love to know more about how to advance your life. So today I want to really show you just a couple things. I've been coming on more often to talk about personal development and stuff. But I've learned after years in business that there is one thing that can separate us from the crowd. Yes, high achievers, or just actually fulfilling your purpose or fulfilling your goals. And that is whenever we have a why. But that after many years, that things can get hard. Things can get really, really hard. So as you're coming on live, please type number 1 if you're watching live. Type number 2 if you're watching on a replay. Let me know from which country, from which place is that you're connecting. And let's go ahead and get into it. Today, you might be thinking, what is that she's mentioning? What is a why? And I'm going to explain it very, very truly. And a why is the reason why, and just is redundant, but it's clear. That's why it's called why, but it's the reason why you're doing things the way you're doing it. The reason why you started business in the first place, for those of us who are business owners. Because as uh, as you advance in life and in business, there is one quote that I really love. And when you know what you want and you want it bad enough, you'll find a way to get it. Yes. And that also goes for many of us that say, well, you know what? I wish I had this, I wish I had that, but we never come through. And the reason why is not that you can't afford it or that you don't have the abilities, but it's because you really don't want it bad enough. Now, people are not lazy. Just think about this, because you might think, maybe I'm lazy, or maybe this person, or this individual didn't do good in school or in business or at his or her job. But people are not lazy. They simply have important goals. Like, you either are engaged in what you're doing right now, which might be your career, or it might be a new business, or you're not. Because goals inspire people, but more than goals is a reason why you do things. Because if you aim at nothing, you will hit it every time. If you aim at doing nothing, you will actually get to your goal. So I want to tell you one thing. When you're building a business and it's your first time doing business, you're going to be excited. You're going to be very much engaged. And those of us who are in network marketing, when we see the model, we see, that it's really great, that you can actually, make as much money as you want, and the sky's the limit. I'm going to tell you one thing. You're going to be super excited, super motivated, but there's going to, real life will happen to you. And that is when you will either continue going, remembering why you got started on the first place, or you will quit. That's just as simple as it goes. And that is why, I created this video to share with you, how is that I overcame rejection, how is that I overcame different things that actually can hinder a person from, going full force into business, specifically network marketing. Whenever you're rejected, whenever the company did something that you didn't like, or your sponsor, or the person that you're working with, or the people that you have as a team, they stop responding to you, or whenever just life happens, whenever you have a family situation and you can't take things anymore. But I'm going to tell you one thing. When you remember your why, it doesn't matter how hard things can get, you will always make it. You will always go the next mile. And as you can see this topic, and you probably see the title, but business owners, we need to understand that we do the things whether we are in the mood or whether we're not in the mood. When you're a business owner, you have people that depend on you. You have people who you are employing. Have customers. You have people you're serving. Because we talk about what is the best way to actually get customers is give them a solution. Give people a solution, and they will stay with you for a long time. Now, if you don't provide solutions for people, if you don't provide for something that people can actually use to solve something, either it is through products or services, you're going to have a really hard time, because sales is not easy. It is not easy. But whenever you're solving problems and you can show a person that they can actually improve the quality of their life, improve a specific problem that they have, you will have customers, you will have business. Now, when it comes down to doing business and people just rejecting you over and over and over, if you're not strong in your personal development, if you do not know why you first got started in the project that you're doing, whether you're advancing your career or you are in business, you will quit. You will get discouraged, because massive action is required for you to be successful in anything you do, whether you feel like it, whether it's snowing outside, or if it's raining, or if you feel sick, or if your mom talked to you in a good way or in a bad way. It does not matter. Business is business. And also, your goals are going to be there, just waiting on you to take action. But if you don't take action, and if you don't know where you're going, you're not going to get anywhere. Because I want to tell you one thing: if you're building something, a business, a legacy, a family, you need a why that makes you cry, not just a goal that looks really good on paper. Because we can all say, well, I need more money, I need to advance in my career, I need a promotion. Everybody can say that, but I'm going to tell you one thing: you will quit if you don't have a reason why you are doing what you're doing. Because if you're not doing it for a higher purpose and for somebody else, and for your family, or maybe for your kids, or maybe for your mom, or for somebody else, you will quit. You first of all need to have why. If you do have it, you need to remember it every single day. People say, well, I just have my goals in my mind. And yes, but there is research. Ladies and gentlemen, there is research that shows that 90% of people who write down their goals actually get very close to achieving them. People who are reviewing them as well. But if you only have it on your mind and, oh, I don't know where I'm going, I just know that I need to do good, it's good. You can get to somewhere, but you actually don't have any direction. But whenever you have a reason why, because goals are different. Goals is what you want to achieve. Goals it could be your revenue for your company. It could be, having better employees. It could be having a new product for your company. It could be, adding a new system for your team. Yes, those are goals, and they're very beautiful, and you need to measure them with actual income, with actual revenue. That's how you measure things in business. Now, if you have a reason why, your reason why to do things is going to carry you through disappointments, rejections, people ghosting you, people talking bad about you, people just, scamming you, and things like that. Because life will happen to all of us. All of us will have life happen to us. But if you have a reason why, and you remember it, it's like that good soldier in the movies, and I'm sure that also in real life, that is running for all of his or her life. Yes, that's how it is. Because you can imagine, just imagine yourself, because we are in the battlefield of life. Guys, life is not easy. It will hit you, and it will knock you down every single time. And you will be on the floor and on your knees and being beaten down by life if you let it. if you don't have a goal, if you don't have a reason why you must continue. There are different stories of different people, and it's a sensitive topic, to talk about soldiers and things like that, but there are individuals who have given their life for other friends in battle, and also individuals and also armies that go and remain full focus on their why. There is an ancient story of an army in Asia that and later on you can go and Google it, and it's there, it's beautiful, that they got to a specific port, to a specific place, and they actually burned the ship. They burned the ship that brought them to this place, to this island. And you know why they did that? Because there was no other freaking way to get out of there unless they won the battle. And that needs to be your why. That is why we have a why. Because if we have a why, it's like if we're burning the ships and there is no other excuse, there is no other way but succeeding. Yes, it might not be easy, it might not be the best thing at the end, but if you don't have a why combined with your goals, you will get nowhere. So I'm going to challenge you with this. If you don't have a why, you need to write down why you're in business. You need to write down why you are a nurse, or why you are doing what you're doing, your profession, or why you are pursuing a career. And the moment you write down your why, you need to remember it every single time you are sick, or you're disappointed, or if you feel tired, or if you don't feel like things are working through, because that why will carry you as these soldiers that I told you that burn their ships. Because when you're doing it for somebody else and for a higher purpose and for something else, it's not just you trying to pay down your bills or just make it through college. It is the reason why you're doing the things every single day that will carry you through success. So I want to challenge you with that. Going write down your why you're doing things. Send me a message, type down here in the comments why, and I would love to talk to you. I really have a lot of material that I would like to share with you. So I'm going to leave it here. I'll see you very soon. We'll probably come back tomorrow in Spanish, and have a very, very beautiful day and happy Monday.